Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Dee, your host from One Mom, One Budget, and I have a plan, a project, something that I want to share with you. So what's going on? Let's see after the intro. Hello everyone. Okay, so this is very early morning. I just noticed, oh look, it's 9:30 a.m. I have 9% in my watch. I completely forgot to charge it yesterday night and I'm still in my PJs. So this morning, I woke up early and full of stamina to do what I have to do. So because I am inspired, let's do it now, just because I have the energy for it. So I've done a financial reset plan. I'm not sure I'm gonna finish everything today, but I will start. So I put a list of things of my little research that I made online on how to financially reset my life and just make it more efficient instead of just changing things bit by bit. I have the opportunity this month because I have 2 extra incomes coming in and I have more leeway to play around with the budget that I had already done at the beginning of the month or before the beginning of the month. So we're going to start with that. You won't see everything, but I will be showing you the process. That's the plan. So I have a few points here and let's read it together. So I have a list. So I have to list and declutter my accounts. So those are my saving accounts with my bank. Analyze savings and debts. So these are the goals that I have, but I'm not going to go in details because we're going to do it together. List and declutter envelopes. Label envelopes by saving essential and sparks joy. That's my own idea. Empty saving challenges and repurpose amounts. List and declutter accounts. Track every dollar. Planned quarterly financial debriefs that I plan to do with you and how to do it, and analyze the retirement fund because I haven't checked that in detail. So today I'm going to list and declare my saving accounts that I have in my bank. So let me do that off camera and come back with my findings. Yeah, let's do that.
A few moments later.
Okay guys, I got it. So I did a couple of things. So I did list and declutter accounts. So that is done. But by doing that, in order to declutter them and make sure that I was keeping the right ones and changing things around, I needed to list and declutter my envelopes. And by doing that, I needed to know which ones were saving, essentials, and spark joy. So I also did that. And while doing that, I did repurposed. Well, I played with the saving challenges, so we're gonna do that together. So there's 4 things that I did. So for the first part, I'm going to be showing you some things on the screen, so I'm not gonna need my papers. I'm just gonna keep them for me so I can explain. Okay, so looking at my notes. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I had 8 savings accounts in my bank account. So I had the first one was for emergency. The second one, it was for projects, back to school, travel, summer, medical, Christmas, and one empty one that I use for buffers or putting money aside or whatever. So that's 8. So what's happened is that emergency and travel are now in my TFSA. So those ones are empty and I'm not using them. But emergency does get like automatic, how can I say that? Like it's just like little amounts every once in a while. So it's going to take like 10% of what I have in my checkings account, and it's going to transfer it to my emergency. So that one is getting like some money that is being taken from my unused checking account amounts, so, or balance. So I want to use that for something else, but something that will benefit from those little amounts coming in from time to time. So this is the way I'm going to change them. So like I said, emergency and travel are not there anymore, so I can use them for something else. So I decided to put the emergency one. So that one is the one that's getting the money in, the little amounts in. So that one I'm putting it for summer. And then I'm keeping project, Christmas, medical, back to school in that order that were not in that order before. And then the sixth one, I called it coffee. So the reason is that at work we all pitch in to buy coffee, and I am the one that's responsible for taking in the money from everybody in the team and going to Costco to buy the coffee, because Costco is like my favorite place to be. So I always have the coffee ready. I used to transfer directly into my Costco credit card that I only use for my groceries, but then it would kind of get lost. So I do have a tracking of how much like I still have left from everybody's money, so I'm not using that money. But I just didn't like that it was mixed with mine. So I think the sixth saving account that I now have is going to be used for coffee. So it's just, I'm going to put there and store there everybody's money that everybody put in the pot. And then I had 2 empty ones, and I decided, because everything else is something that it's for the long run. And because I decluttered my challenges, so I decided to make the 7th one shopping. So whenever I'm outside and that, let's say I see something but I don't have the cash money on me for shopping, that's when I use the credit card. So I want to stop doing that, and every time, just like everything else, every time I have $500, I'm gonna put it there. So I'm gonna have like a shopping account so I can buy the things, guilty pleasures, guilt-free, you know. And then I think I'm gonna keep my buffer account. I was going to close it just before I turned on my camera, but I'm going to be keeping it. A buffer is good to have. Like if I want to move money around, I can just put it there and then put it back, whatever it has to be. So I think it's a good playing around account that has no purpose. It's usually empty, so why not, you know? So that's what I'm going to do. Now, with all that said, we are going to be playing with all of this. So these are my binders. And I do have my first one, my old one. I kept it, so I have right here. So I now have 4 binders. And this is how I'm going to declutter everything. So I'm going to start with travel. And I'm going to show you why. Because, like I said, travel and emergency is now on my TFSA. And those two have now become more like trackers. So I'm going to be taking emergency here. Oops. Open. I'm going to take emergency here. And I'm going to take all my tracking for travel. I'm going to take it all. Except in travel, I do have summer. So summer, I'm going to put it on the side. And I'm going to put everything travel. And it's going to be here. So it's now on my other binder. I do have my on the side because I don't know where I'm going to use that. So all these trackers are going to be together because that's in my TFSA. So there's no real money, it's just tracking stuff. So the trackers are going to be here, and I'm going to be using that to you know, just make sure that I put them up to date. So that has a purpose now. Okay. Now, this one, okay, so this one is empty. I'm going to put it on the side. Now for my saving binder. It's now going to have some of the things. So let's empty this and make sure that I only keep what I want to put into my savings binder. So that's that is not going to be here. So I'm going to keep back to school for sure. So those are savings for medium long run. Medicine is not going to be here. Cat is not going to be here. I'm going to keep projects. I'm going to keep winter. And then subscription is not here. Contacts is not going to be here. Oh, yeah, contacts is going to be here. And then license is not here. So this is really just a savings for mid and long term. Okay. So that one is done. Name. And then I'm going to take this one. Okay. So I'm going to take this one. Why do I have now 4? But whatever. So this one here, I'm going to be putting, let me see. I'm going to be putting that in here. Medicine, the cat, subscriptions, and my license. That's what's going to come here. Okay, so now for this things that spark joy, I'm going to be putting it here. So I'm going to add summer. Summer and Christmas are gonna stay here. And now I'm gonna add this. So why I'm doing this, it's because I decided to stop dividing my money. And because I wanna focus on paying my debt first. So I was reading a lot of things and it's not really smart to be, how can I say that? To be saving a lot of money, having challenges and all of that when I still have to pay off my debt. So because of that, I am not going, so let me see. I'm missing one. Okay, so I'm not going to be having challenges for now. So I'm not going to be doing challenges for a little while, at least until I pay off my debts. Okay, so I'm going to put that here. And then I have Sparse Joy. Okay, so I have summer, my Christmas, and birthday. So that's where we are. So now I'm going to keep the binder for challenges because it's going to come back at one point. And then let me see if I have more. Like I just said, these are Budget with Ira's envelopes that I have purchased in the past and that I am now keeping. So I'm just gonna put the ones with the same theme together. Oh, that is so cute. I don't know what I use this for, but okay. So now I have other ones. So I did decide to keep books. This saving challenge is gonna come later at another time. But books is staying, and I'm going to be putting other stickers probably, I don't know. So I am going to keep this just so I remember that this is what it was for, and I'm going to be keeping the saving challenges in here. Okay, and I'm putting this here just so I remember that this was for books. And I'm going to have to make like a tracker for that. But everything else, like I'm just putting everything in its space. And then I'm going to come back and put a tracker and make sure that I know how much I have where. Okay. So this is repurposed. Now for this saving challenge, this was for shopping. And I had 2 kinds of shopping. the only thing is that I'm not going to be keeping both. I'm just going to be keeping one. And this one, it doesn't tell me that it's for shopping. So I'm not going to take that thing now. And I think I do have, yeah, so I have these things. So I'm going to be using them as a reminder of what it is. And then I'm going to be able to label it. Okay, so this is shopping. It has now become shopping. There you go. And now, what is this? This is, okay, so this was for fun, but it was for anything. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep it. You know what? I didn't put it here. But I do like to go to concerts and things like that a lot. So I'm still gonna keep this envelope for events. And I don't have to put money in here. This is just like, you know, the things that sparks joy. And it's not gonna be like a priority when I'm saving money. Then this one here, so this one was for medical. I remember because of the zombie. And I'm going to be putting all that money in medical. So I remember medical was here. Yeah, medical is right here. So I have all this money for medical, and sometimes I'm stressing around and I have all of this here. So I'm going to be keeping this. Okay, so 10s, 20s, and 5s. And I'm going to be adding medical here. And I'm going to be putting everything up to date. Don't worry, guys. But now, just to go fast, I'm going to have to do this like that. Okay, so medical is done. And then I had this one here. And it's for shopping. So this one is the second one that I had used for shopping. And because I had divided online shopping with just like normal shopping, and I don't know why I did that. So I have it right here. So I'm gonna combine everything together. There you go, shopping. So this one is done. And now this is for my birthday. So I did decide to keep something for me for my birthday. And I have some little amounts here. So this is for my birthday. Yay. If I have money here, that means I didn't use this money for my birthday, which is sad. Okay, so I have this here, my birthday, and that is done. And then we have You Are Worthy, and this one was for projects. And if I'm not mistaken, projects is in my saving binder. So we're going to go here. So that's that. So that's projects. And this is going to come here. Okay. Yeah, so this is projects. Now, rainy days, this was for emergency. And because I don't have emergency anymore, I'm going to be keeping this on the side. And I'm going to, oops. I'm going to, oops, that's backwards. I'm going to, oh my God, am I going to say it? I'm going to deposit it in my TFSA later, just to make sure that everything is in its place. So that is that. Now this one doesn't have anything written, and it was to be used in the thing that I needed the most, and the thing that I needed the most is my debt right now. So I'm going to take that, put it in debt, because that's why I'm focusing on right now. This is the cat, because I had used the cat for something else before. And I'm kind of sad of doing this, but I really need to stop scattering around and making sure that I focused all my money, making my money work for me. So I need to focus on paying my debts so I can be mind-free. And then treats, I'm going to keep it as is, but because I don't have anything here, I'm going to use it as my cover. There you go. So my small challenge binder is still having some challenges here because I do want to come back to it, but I'm going to keep it as is. Now I do have my big challenge binder. Oh, I'm so sad. This is breaking my heart. But I'm going to be keeping this money, so this too didn't have any name. So the no name, okay, so this is fun. The no name ones, or the ones that didn't have any purpose, these are going to debt. This already said debt, so I'm going to take this. So I had finished one of the challenges and I was starting the second one, and I'm going to be putting everything in debt. Now this one is gonna be May. I think it didn't have any purpose either because I didn't write anything in the back, so all of that is going to go in debt. This one was for food. I think I'm gonna keep it. This is for emergencies when I need food or anything. I'm gonna keep it in treats. That's where I'm gonna put it. Now I have these. These were my minis. Some of the minis don't have any purpose, so I'm going to put this on the side. This is for books, so that I'm going to be putting here. This one doesn't have a purpose, it's going to debts. This one doesn't have a purpose, it's going to debts. And this is 911, so this is for emergencies, and I'm going to add it in my stack for emergencies. Okay, so I'm taking all the paper clips out because I do want to keep my challenges. They're going to be coming back, guys. I am so emotional right now because I love doing this, but I need to focus on success, and my success is paying off my debts. So it is what it is. So I have treats here, and I know I had so this is shopping, this is books, pretty sure it's books, and this small one is more convenient, so I'm gonna keep that here and put all the other money here. And I'm going to be keeping the saving challenge. Okay, so all of this is going to the side. It will be back one day. So just to see, I'm really curious to know how much money I have for debts. And I'm just gonna be putting it like this because I want to count it. And it's also kind of a pride that I have been able to put all this money to the side for myself, for the future me. And I'm doing this for the future me. Okay, I think everything's good. So for sure we have, so 100, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. So let's say again, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. So I have 200 plus 50. Just give me 1 second. So I have 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 plus 20 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 100 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 100 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 100 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 65. I have $685, guys. That is amazing. Good work. Good work, me. That is amazing that I have all that money saved up. And this is going to the bank. I know I had one envelope. Yeah, I still have my envelope from the bank. I'm just going to be putting all this money inside if it fits. And I'm going to be paying something with this. I'm not going to keep it here. I'm just going to put it all in. $685, and I'm going to be depositing the money for emergency and then sending it to my TFSA. So that is what it is, and everything has been moved around. I think it's going to be more efficient too. I'm kind of excited, also kind of emotional because of all of this. But I think it's for the good of future me. Oops, that was an eraser. The good of future me. And I think for the rest, it's going to be in another video. So thank you very much, guys. Thank you for being with me in this journey. And if you have any comments or anything to say, anything to help me go through my being free from that journey, is going to be very well welcomed. So I wish you financial, emotional, psychological, and physical health. See you next time, guys. Goodbye.